this is what we came here to do.
Furnace research.
My name is Dr. Pierce.
So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege to steer the Bureau into dangerous waters and safely out again. To inspire and lead its people, to protect them. The board is there to advise you, but they want things in return. You hold all this in your old, trembling hands. I had to lose everything before I could see the Bureau is the director's life. There's no room for anything else. If the forces contained here escaped, we'd be dragged back into an age of superstition, terror, death. Assuming you think we ever really left that behind. Any emergency, any major containment breach, and the lockdown goes into effect. I implemented this security measure in my first years as director. I knew we were vulnerable. I'd personally seen the cost of sloppiness. I made sure the internal lockdown could only be lifted by a directorial override, only to be used when the director is confident the sectors are safe to be opened again. This way, the director is the last line of defense. And if I screw up, it's on me, and me alone.
Okay. Anything else here? Not seeing anything. Ah. Well, that's one way to make sure that you're the only one that can do it. Although, this doesn't seem to be under control, so why are we lifting the override?
That's it. The other sector should be open now. I think it's time I told Emily why I'm here. I'll risk it.
I don't
You two should
trust
get to know each other.
Emily. More energy. Don't know if I should do this or not. Construct the spin. I don't know. Yeah. I just don't know if it's worth the resources right now, you know? Interesting. I mean, that's not what I expected. I mean, I wasn't expecting an SMG, basically. It looks like a revolver. Parasite Eve. That sounds familiar, but I don't think I ever played it. I guess we can just fast travel, huh? PS1 or 2 game. Okay. I have the memory of a goldfish, so me remembering much of anything that far back is almost impossible.
Jesse, you made it. And
Do
you
not
lifted
trust
the
this
internal
girl.
lockdown. Let's talk, Emily.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk.
Listen, Emily. Screw it. Just tell her. I haven't been completely honest. I have a younger brother, Dylan. When we were kids, we found an old slide projector in Ordinary's landfill. The slides created doorways to other places. Bad things happened. Came through. That's all she gets. The rest stays locked inside.
Mm-hmm.
But we found help. Through one
See, I
of the
disagree. She doesn't
doorways,
look
we
hot.
Met something.
And I don't trust her one
A
bit.
being.
A being? What kind of being?
It's hard to describe, but she helped us. We managed to turn the projector off. The bad things that came through the doorways were gone. After that, your people came. Tried to grab us. I ran away. They got Dylan. I left him behind.
Bureau agents took your brother?
Yes. You covered it up. No one believed me. I just want to find Dylan. I've been looking for him ever since.
What happened to the slide projector? It sounds like another object of power.
I thought you took it. The Bureau. Along with Dylan.
I've never heard of it. But around here, I assume everything's classified. You know, I looked into the Ordinary AWE case files after you mentioned it. Trench and Darling were both involved. A large area of the containment sector was reserved for it. The case hasn't been active for a long time. I have no idea if anything's still there. Can you tell me more about this being you found?
Let's hope you two get along. She's been with me ever since Ordinary. In my head.
So this whole time,
She led me to you.
when she was like breaking the fourth wall, I thought
call
she was
her
talking about us,
Polaris.
the gamer.
As in a guiding star. Did Polaris know about the hiss? If she got you in here in spite of the lockdown, she's very powerful. Which may help explain your test results. Your readings are incredible, Jesse. Now, cross-referencing them with the database, I found 2 matches in Darling's old classified files. Unfortunately, I can't access them beyond the file codes, but one was P6, referring to a prime candidate for a potential future bureau director. This was logged years ago.
Dylan. Is that Dylan?
The other match is on something called Hedron, which must be connected to these Hedron resonance amplifiers somehow. All I know is that Marshall went to the research sector to secure the HRA production after the Hiss first attacked.
So, Marshall seems like our best lead on Dylan. I need to go after her. How can I get to the research sector?
Use my keycard. The sector elevator will take you there.
The voice in our head, is that Polaris talking, or is it just us talking to ourselves?
The next step. What
Yeah, we did
told
finish
me
Breath Edge,
about
Misty.
Ordinary, my powers being connected to things in the Bureau's past. I am so close to something. Do you feel it? Something's coming.
We take turns to come for a visit. I helped you. You owe me now. And when time comes, I will come calling.
We did escape. Yes. Yes. The entire game is a giant meme. We escaped the station, defeated the mothership, and found out that Babe is a real person. So we rescued her. Yes, that was the janitor. Ati, I think his name is. And yeah. There was a very cool Subnautica reference at the ending, though. But it was just a dream sequence. Well, she does the monologue, and it's usually talking to Polaris and thinking out loud when she does. Yeah. Okay. You got anything new to say, though? You do.
I keep finding traces of Darling, but still can't find him. Where could he be?
But he's usually in his office in research or one of his labs. Dr. Darling has quite a few all around the Bureau. Could be hiding in any one of them. I check myself, but I don't have access to most of them.
Sounds like I touched a nerve. He didn't let you into his labs?
Not all of them, no. Some had volatile material. It's ridiculous. I mean, this whole place is volatile material. Could have at least thought up a more convincing lie. I mean, how can I work without access to all the data possible?
Okay.
This place has a bad habit of moving around, huh?
So you notice the building shifts. Did you know that 39% of Bureau accidents are caused by the shifts? It's true. I ran the numbers myself.
So they're dangerous.
Oh, very. Yet one time, a shark got shifted into a meeting room along with over 2,000 gallons of water.
Oh, Jesus.
It was a tiger shark. Darling's pet research project. I forget what he was researching.
How do people work here?
Not my ass.
You said you're an assistant?
Oh, it's just a title. I'm a scientist, a researcher. I work for Dr. Darling. See, when Bureau agents go out in the field, the sites of altered world events, we study the materials, the altered items they bring back. It's always something we've never seen before.
mouth when
Studying them
she's
requires
talking
new
is very
instruments,
off-putting.
methodologies, sometimes entirely new fields of science.
Emily really loves her job.
See, there's no guidebook for what we do here. Everything that happens at the Bureau, including the science, is without precedent.
It's got a bit of like the Mouth of Sauron effect to it. Very occasionally, you just get little glimpses of it.
What exactly is the Ocean View Motel?
That's a bigger question than you might think. You see, I have extreme doubts that the motel is a single place. I mean, look at all the doors inside it. Where do they all go? We know that one door leads to the oldest house, but how come we can only ever open that one door? Maybe to open a door, you have to have entered through it. So if every door leads to a different dimension, plane, reality, whatever you want to call it, then I believe that the motel is firm proof that parallel universes exist.
Does Darling agree with that?
I haven't told him yet. I'm waiting until I can prove it.
What can you tell me about control points?
They're nexus points of the oldest house's unique energies. Now, I wrote a 30-page proposal hypothesizing that we could siphon energy directly from them. Darling didn't even get through the first page before he turned it down.
Right. And, has anyone ever used them to teleport around?
What? No. What, I mean, you mean physically? No, not that I've ever heard of. Why?
Because that's how they work for me.
What? Really? Oh my god. More tests.
Let's hold off on the tests until later, okay?
Okay. It's just, wow. I mean, this blows my control point theories right out of the water. I love it.
She is very enthusiastic about her work. I will give her that.
See you soon.
Be careful out there.
Okay. There's a lot of creepy about her. All right, let's see if we can finish some of these countermeasures.
Bullshit. You've never recorded any distance over 5.
Obviously, you never read the P6 data.
Not the elevator. Not that way. This way. There we go. Here. Good morning. Say hi.
Hi.
Start your day. Hiss. And she's gone. Yeah, pretty much. What's charge mode, though? You get it after spin. Okay. So where do I go to claim the other one? Central Executive to collect your reward.
A lot of these questions could be answered by obtaining a live...
There we go. Okay. So we don't need that then. Using spin. Okay.
specimen.
Here? But we don't have the proper facilities.
Maybe we can bring them back to their ship from the containment.
Oh, they're not going to show back up again, huh? Or I'm guessing you have to fast travel between points to get them to show up again. All right, let's go to a different area then. I don't know if they respawn back here or not. Mailroom, maybe? Yeah, the only place they ever respawn for me is the cafeteria.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years.
Aha. What is all this shit? An ancient mixtape. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting the use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directorial or override in maintenance once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slap together. It can only be lifted once. A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the systems the all clear. This process is not the same as a directorial override, so stop saying so in documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understands how this mess all works. Nope. No idea. Ah. I don't know. Or maybe me picking these up overrode that? I don't know. It should be the executive area. Because the other missions counted. I don't know then. Not important. Maybe. Is there nothing? Is this it? Guess so. That's still locked. Where we just were. Oh. This is one game where you have to truly concentrate on what the fuck is going on, or you lose the whole gist of what's happening.
Hope has asked us to document the his incantation, she calls it.
Yeah, I can see that.
In person.
Let's see if they respond. Oh. They just don't like me. Excuse me. Okay.
They're saying Trench was shot dead. The situation's getting...
You've shot them and thrown objects at them too many times. Sounds about right. They're scared now. Ow. Dick. The major alerts are pretty rough, and you haven't been able to complete a single one of them. Yeah, Miss T, I've got the Ultimate Edition, so yeah, we've got the DLCs. Oh, now they're not going to show up, huh? Wussies. Oh, really? Okay. So you get one shot at it. Okay. Interesting. Is there a way to pick them back up? They'll appear randomly. Okay. The research sector. Okay. Ow. Dang it. They just decide when to show up, don't they? Oh, shit. gonna show up in here too? More health. Additional mod slot. Beautiful. I mean, do they stack? Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file, which contained portions of various Dr. Darling's presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP addresses. The following are the confirmed identities of these users: Patrick Strudigens, Rubens Noguera, Arto whatever, Christopher Mills Bowling, Jocko Sarinen. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action is pending. Oh, they dead. All right, elevator, I think.
They're saying Trench was shot. The situation's getting worse.
I saw Trench and Darling.
Yes. There's really nothing else for me to do, so progress is what we do.
Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would
Wait, that's
great for
Darling?
internal communications.
I thought that was
I'm looking at
Trench.
you, Mr. Tomasi. So,
They look very similar
when
then.
magic happens.
Hold up. No, but you see pictures of them. Yeah, they look different, but they look very similar too.
Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries, authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
Research sector, huh? Home of the Bureau's mad scientists.
Oh, shit. you, fly. You bother me. Well, kind of made my decision for me. Where the hell are you? Okay. Astroplane counter essay. Dr. Darlin is insistent that certain objects of power share a direct connection to the redacted, an entity or group of entities that we have little information on, or little that I'm allowed to access. In his written reports, he states that there is a clear link between these objects of power, the redacted, the astral plane, and the oldest house itself. His work supposes these links are innate, a fact ingrained into the very redacted of objects, such as the hotline or the service weapon. What if these particular objects were never linked to the redacted, but had that connection forced upon them? Isn't it strange that no other objects of power require such direct contact with the redacted? Isn't it strange that using the service weapon or the hotline will result in grievous harm or even death if the user is not the director or at least worthy of the role? Why do we assume this involvement by the redacted is a natural fact and not something more redacted? I don't think you can get more redacted. There's still people out there. Budget request. Resonance theory. Resonance, it's there, but we can't see it. It vibrates around us, through us, from us. What if the vibration is conscious? What could a force like that do? Redacted opened a door to a redacted. I've called redacted. The redacted emits a force that is far beyond the forces we've previously dealt with. It has shown me that so much that I have to wonder, is resonance the key element in all altered phenomenon? AWEs, altered items, objects of power, do they share a common redacted that we've yet to discover? Can we harmonize control points? What else could the correct frequency allow us to achieve? What if resonance has been the answer the whole time? Refer to file redacted for full report. Why is the music so suspenseful in there? So there was a video player. Bureau has spent years studying why objects of power transport users into the astral plane when touched. My predecessor, Dr. Ash, theorized that a potential receptacle determined by Jungian archetypes and the collective subconscious would be inhabited by paranatural energies when an AWE occurred in its vicinity, creating an altered item. Over time, a link was created by the Redacted and the astral plane to that item, making it an object of power. Yeah, I don't think we can use that thing anymore. So many additional theories have been raised since Dr. Ash's time. Objects of power were placed on Earth as tests by some astral entity. Our dimension was once part of the astral plane, and the objects were left behind as its borders receded. The astral plane was an early threshold into the oldest house, but the connection was severed, and now the two are linked solely through the objects of power. I will attempt to disprove some of these in order to thin the herd. Hopefully the truth will emerge. Who are you gonna call? Neat. Nope. Still a mess. Plant complaint. So I was just wondering about the plants in research. Is it really necessary to sing to them? I mean, that janitor does have a nice voice, and the plants sure do seem to like it. Maybe he could just switch it up a bit? I'm getting pretty tired of the tango. Where did these plants even come from? No one seems to remember when they were planted, and people like them a bit too much if you ask me. Are we being invaded by houseplants? Worth looking into. Yeah, I know what you meant. I was just joking. I was being facetious. Where are you at? Wasn't pretty, but it'll work. That explains why all the noise. Oh. Parapsychology. Not sure which way we should go. Should we keep going down or should we go into parapsychology? Oh. I guess we have clearance 3 that I didn't know about.
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
Didn't realize I had the clearance. Okay. Clearance level 3. There went my cover. Womp womp. The good news is it should be fixed up there, right? In theory. Synchronicity is a phenomenon long recognized by the wise, but only recently given a name by science. It's how we rationalize events connected by no identifiable causality, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. How does a dream foretell an event in the physical plane? Why do hounds bail at the death of their master, which has occurred miles away? The world is unified in ways we do not yet understand. And sometimes we stumble across these invisible, unseen chords and wonder at the result. The visionary Carl Jung laid the road, now we must walk it. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably reproduce redacted behavior by the close of 1959. Once done, the mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare in due time. We are striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God himself will. Refer to file redacted for full report. Let's see if it's fixed. It is. It even shows our shadow.
I've been fielding
I thought of
questions
everything.
recently regarding HRAs. What are they for? Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the head-room resonance anyway? Fuck. Despite what you may have heard,
What was that?
HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements or listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing
This game
an HRA.
likes mirrors.
Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless. Kidding. I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
We're making more.
Better. Transcript of a call to the California State Emergency Services. Okay, that sounds in-game. 911, what's your emergency? Hello? Hello, I'm here. Can you hear me? I can hear you, ma'am. Where are you? I'm inside the wires. I'm lost. Ma'am, have you been drinking tonight? I feel like I'm stretching through the wire towards you. Don't hang up. I might go if you hang up. Go where, ma'am? Go. Gone. Away. Okay, and can you describe your surroundings? Unknown noise. Ma'am? Hello, ma'am. The dispatcher attempted to call the number back, but it was no longer in service. Alrighty then. Interesting. Astral exhibition.
The astral plane. Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white, non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid. The board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes.
Pneumatics. Hey, at least I can get there quickly. All right. Mailroom. What's the reward for this anyway? No clue. Mailroom. Mailroom. Guess I go through the mailroom to get to pneumatics. Pneumatics. Kick their asses. You can do it. I doubt it. You put way too much faith in me. Pneumatics. Was it here? No. It was here. Nope. Failure is an option. Yeah, I still like the keybind for it. So maybe we'll change melee keybind. And I don't know why they made middle mouse button that when E is just as simple an option. It's V, so it's like quite a stretch for melee. Oh, that right there is middle mouse, which is also the same as E, but V is melee. So yeah, changing melee to middle mouse button makes more sense. See if it still works. Yeah, that still works. That's better. Okay. The Astral Exhibition was originally built by the astronauts to use as a training location, a place to grow accustomed to the sights and sounds of the astral plane before diving into the real thing. We could have done a better job with it, but Redacted was being stingy with the budget. However, once we discovered the Redacted, we decided to repurpose the space, similar to how zoos hope familiar surroundings will affect the well-being of their animals. We hope to observe the Redacted behavior in an environment similar to its home dimension. So far, it just breaks everything we put in with it, but Rome wasn't built in a day. Refer to file 319-3811 for full report. Addendum. New naming conventions have been established for the astral entity, now known as Astral Spike. Outdated terms in this report have been redacted. That looks familiar, doesn't it? Is that the astral being?
An early hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions. Apart from one shocking exception.
Which is?
In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed movement, native species, always in the distance, and yet contact was made. We don't have footage of this, a technical malfunction, but when one of our astronauts returned, a brain cloud, an astral fugue, had hitchhiked a ride in his head. It ruptured out, killing the subject in question. It's a relentless predator, pursuing thoughts, minds, lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed when dealing with it.
It's Godzilla with a flashlight. Why not King Kong? Why's that always got to be Godzilla?
I can't believe they keep that thing here.
Is he though? Is he? Oh, yeah, okay. Excuse me.
What was the Bureau doing with that thing?
Fucking up. It's my guess. The usual. Astral blip. Okay.
Someone answer, damn it! We need backup down here!
Marshall, are you still there?
Shit. We're so close. We need to hurry.
Throw another one, I dare you. right, anything down here before we go up top? Too funny when you grab an object to throw and hit everything else but the enemy. Yes. Before using the recording devices, please ensure the following safety measures are met. Ensure the volunteer is securely fastened in the chair. Ensure the hood is placed over the volunteer's head. This will prevent the volunteer from taking in visual stimuli during the record process, which can lower the quality of captured footage. This also prevents recording technicians from viewing the volunteer's face, which undergoes muscle spasms during recording that some consider upsetting. Check if the volunteer is comfortable. Activate the recording apparatus. After recording is complete, check volunteer cognitive ability using the provided questionnaire. Do not be alarmed if the length of recorded footage exceeds the volunteer's period of unconsciousness. Astrodilation is a known issue. If any problems arise during this process, contact your supervisor. What could go wrong? X-ray light box. This study extends the work of Irving Janis, Robert Barron, and others by proposing strong causal links between the groupthink and the passive or active use of telepathy. To prove these connections, parapsychology department carried out variations of Solomon Asch's original conformity experiments using telepathic individual as the subject. See experiments redacted for details. Extensive qualitative and quantitative data resulting from these experiments was then used to identify telepathic interference within the group. I'm liking it so far. It's very, very strange. Very strange. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Further empirical findings suggest measures can be taken to safeguard against telepathic influence behaviors by engaging in redacted. Rather boldly, this paper stands to revolutionize decades of groupthink theory and provide new directions for further experimentation on the mind, including manipulation of redacted and redacted. How you doing, Rager? I'm digging it, though. I'm liking it so far.
We've encountered heavy resistance.
No shit.
Back to the luck department.
Luck department? Okay. I'm going to take a short break here, go grab a fresh drink, and use the restroom. So, give me just a moment. A couple minutes. Be right back. All right, I am back. So, yeah. What's Embrace the Dark Side? I don't know. Never heard of it.
Marshall, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is this?
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm coming to help.
Faden. Hold on. I'm setting the elevator for you. We need to talk.
She got that right. More of you? Really?
That works. So shortcut, I'm guessing.
Trench said his team knows all the Bureau's secrets, Marshall especially. Does she know what happened to Dylan?
Welcome to the party, ma'am. Marshall is right down the hall.
The party. Oh, they're unfazed by this. Wait. Construct Pierce. Interesting. So what happens if you throw something at them? It's the fish, the singing fish they talked about. Probably can't. Yeah.
There you are. I was starting to worry.
She's looking a little rough around the edges right now. Well, that's the lucky way to have it. Nice selection of weapons. Give me that grenade launcher.
Congratulations on your appointment, Director Phaeton. I'm Helen Marshall, head of Bureau Operations. Zachariah's dead then, and I assume you found his gun.
Just call me Jesse. Trench told me to find you. He said you could help.
And he told you this through the hotline. Makes sense.
None of this phases her? Really?
Here's the situation. Darling created the HRAs in a lab nearby. We need more if
I
we're gonna
mean,
survive this
if
attack.
the
My rangers can't secure the lab alone, not against those things. We need
if the
more
patch isn't
firepower.
ready and doesn't
At
get
least she
released
seems to
today,
know what's going
they'll
on
say
here.
it. But I don't
She
expect
could
more
know about
communication
Dylan.
about it, or
I can
until
clear
it
out the hiss. I'll
either
be your
it's
firepower.
released today
That's a good
or it
answer.
doesn't get released today.
Is she testing me?
Darling has systems in place to protect his labs. This should help you get past them. We'll talk more after you clear out the hiss. Rangers, let her through.
If it
We'll have to
as
lock
soon
the
as it
door
passed
behind
all
you.
their tests, it'll get
Sorry,
pushed
but we can't
out.
risk a
I mean,
breach.
they're not going to communicate that, hey, it passed all the tests, so we're gonna do the patch now. They'll just release the patch.
Don't worry, you've already sold yours by working here.
Did she give us another level of clearance? Nope.
We have to help them. All right. Kill hiss rangers. Shatter mode. Okay. So we got to switch to shadow. Hiss nodes. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay.
Interesting. Guess we have to do it after we do this, maybe?
Returning fire! It'll turn this place apart!
Seriously? All right, can we claim it now? Yep. Kid's proposal. With the recent arrival of the Redacted, there are certain glaring gaps in the Bureau's ability to educate and raise the young Redacted. There are no other Redacted for Redacted to play with, and Redacted is expected to learn about frightening new concepts. Redacted will require a slow, Redacted-friendly introduction to paranatural topics. With this in mind, allow me to introduce the Threshold Kids, a television show which a cast of cheerful, not from what we saw, puppets explain the dangers of living at the Bureau, but also show the fun side of the paranatural. Budget should be minimal. I took a few puppet making courses at my local community center. We can have research staff build the sets, record the footage, and even do the voices. It'll be good for morale, and I guarantee Redacted will respond positively to these videos. We can't expect a Redacted to enjoy lectures and people in lab coats, but as television has proven for years, Redacted love puppets. All right, let's go try another one of these events, I guess. But where is it? It's an executive somewhere. Communications department. Okay.
They're saying Trench was shot dead.
Communications. Rate of fire. Accuracy, I think. That. Which way is communication? That way. But I can't get through. Okay. Thematics. Communications. Hey, we actually completed one. Caught that from behind us. Okay. We're all clear. Take a look at the whiteboard next to the horseshoe.
Altered item number 52AE analysis, session 2. I will begin by introducing various stimuli to the item. First, a low voltage electric shock.
A rubber ducky.
No response. Next, I will introduce heat via a standard Bunsen burner. No response. Next, a series of solutions will be applied, each with a different value on the pH scale, from 0 to 14. No response to any value. Next, I will attempt to communicate. Can you understand me? Can you understand my words? Quack if you can understand my words. No response. This concludes session 2. We'll need time to prepare further tests.
Jesus. Okay.
This way to the lab? Okay. You must like these HRAs. Sounds like Darling built them. And most of the things around here. If Marshall can't help us with Dylan, he's our next best bet. Assuming he's not dead. Or taken over. Yes.
Yep, exactly. The Vader approach.
let me here. Any idea how to make it work?
One thing I got useful from the new Valhalla DLC was transmogging my gear. Oof. There we go. Black rock prisms are unique formations of black rock, distinct in both their shape and potency. While the density of black rock dampens paranatural forces, the unique redacted structure of prisms retain frequencies in the range of redacted to redacted hertz, with perfect redacted harmonization. This report analyzes the results of focusing a redacted through a harmonized prism onto a redacted methods for imprinting of non-physical fields onto redacted, imbuing them with properties of the harmonized resonance redacted in the prism will be explored and explained. Refer to file redacted for full report. Why? I thought you liked it here, Blight. Why? The music is appropriate. Or the ambient noise. I hate you, Blight. You're making me embrace the dark side. I am the dark side. Almost as bad as that Obi-Wan Kenobi. Mr. I have the high ground. Me. Hope you die on a desert planet covered in sand that's coarse, rough, and it gets everywhere. Fucking hate sand. Then I'm gonna get Yoda and that bald bastard Mace Windu and cut his arm off, shove him out a window. Then I'm coming for your love child, Grogu, Yoda. We all know Grogu is your love child with Yaddle. Cut him down like I did all those younglings. Kill them all. Back here, you little bastard. Quit running. What are we gonna do, Master Skywalker? You're gonna die. That's what you're gonna do. Yes, dear.
I'm in the kitchen. Just, making my English muffin. And all of a sudden I hear, I am the dark side. So I come running out of the kitchen to watch.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Whoever did that, thank you.
The wife thanks you. She loves that, by the way. Plot twist. She burned the English muffin.
Hello again, Director. It appears we have a new problem. We need to get the HRA machine working.
I've replaced a couple of spark plugs, but this looks a bit more complicated.
Darling must have had a system. Randomness isn't in his nature. The punch cards, the symbols, the terminals. How do they connect?
I'll see what I can do.
I don't trust this lady.
So, we need to find all the punch cards.
How about you walk around and help? Seems like I'm the one doing all the work here.
Have you checked the upper floor?
I'm about to check your upper jaw.
Each punch card should correspond to a terminal.
How am I supposed to figure this shit out?
These whiteboard drawings may be important.
You think? Oh. Okay, so this is the first one.
It looks like he was working on something to do with these symbols.
And 4 is upstairs. Yep. Okay.
What do the symbols mean?
Easy there, Mason.
What do these whiteboards mean? Try different combinations. One of them has to work.
Okay, that's clearly the first. So they go in certain orders. Okay. So... yeah. Hey, Zenith. How did I enjoy the end of the game? It was an experience. That entire game is nothing but a meme. Okay. All right. Do I just... I mean, what? I don't understand. Can we affect this? Right, that changed, didn't it? Okay. So that's first, that's second. Does that mean that... oh, we missed one. All right. So that's clearly what it's supposed to be on the first one. Second one. Is this one. Third is the hexagram. Then fourth is that one. Leaving fifth to be this. Maybe? Nope. Let's swap 4 and 5. Wait. So, first is that. Second is the loop. Nope. Our way in. Alright, let's take them all out. Nope. I'm an idiot. Alright, let's take them all out. Okay, so if we start from this board, our way in is that plus the hex. So that 2 is the hex. Okay. And then 3. Four is that. I think the 1 and 2 are right. Swap these two, do you think? Yeah, because down here it mentions too strong. Feedback loop. Give it a shot. Nope. How do you think 4 and 5 are correct? What's your reasoning behind that? I mean, just saying the board doesn't make any sense. You can't follow the X's because there's multiples of the same symbol and under the X's. Changing variable is what it says at the bottom. Maybe those two are interchangeable. You're saying this should go in 3? And this should go in 2? This is 1. You're not cheating, are you? Anything the same will stay black. I don't fucking know. Whatever. I don't think that was supposed to happen.
Darling's prototypes have a lot of issues. We need a new plan.
So maybe that wasn't right.
We need more black rock prisms to make this machine work. Darling has another lab down in the black rock processing site in maintenance. That must be where he keeps the prisms.
I've been to maintenance already. I can find my way. But how long will that take? Nothing here is simple. I need to ask her now, before I go. I need something from you first. What do you know about Dylan Faden?
I knew this was coming. Lives are at stake here, and we need this machine working to save those lives.
Then you
Once
better
that is
start
done,
talking.
Director Faden, then we can talk.
She's right. As much as I
No,
want
she's
to
not.
admit it, I'm
You
the
want me
only
to-
one who can help.
Yeah, exactly.
Fine.
So you have the
I'll get the
leverage.
prisms first. Dylan will have to wait just a little longer.
You have the leverage.
But don't call me Director. Jesse is fine.
I'll call you Faden. Here, you'll need this keycard.
Thanks. Emily Pope has set up a base in Executive. Once I have the prism, I'll meet you there.
Right. I'll move out immediately. And keep an eye out for Darling. Finding him might be the key to stopping the hiss.
Or maybe he is the hiss.
It's just one large-scale HRA. It's there now. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance.
The more you try to explain it, the more it's going to confuse me, so.
That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us and keeping us from being wiped out.
Here, this will lead back to Central Research.
There's a lot of references to previous games. It's the elevator. Can't get in there now. Fuck me. See, I am the dark side. See, for me, it just proves how much of a dumbass I am, so...
constantly changing labyrinth can never pass through. Dimensional research. Every measure of security.
No. Ashtray maze.
I'm averse to using objects of power. I don't want to lean on things I ultimately can't trust. But the ashtray and the cigarette, smoking there forever, have their uses. The ashtray maze they conjure is an impossibly changing labyrinth that no one but the binder, and those the binder invites, can ever pass through. The things we hid in dimensional research, the things Darling studies, the danger and the risk involved, call for every measure of security and protection I could bring to the table. The maze, hands down, is our strongest lock. I gave Darling and his chosen crew license to pass through the maze. Lately, I've started to think I should revoke that license.
An early hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then, one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it.
See, that's what I thought,
the only
Misty. They
concrete
look
material
very
that has
similar.
come out of the astral
But
plane
there are
expeditions.
differences.
Apart from one shocking exception.
Yeah, we already seen that.
Resonance is the key. Vibration, frequencies, waveforms, fields we didn't know were there. It's physics. These fields in complex interaction, altering reality that comes to contact with them.
This guy's goatee bothers me.
Hedron is communicating with me. It's trying to warn me of something imminent. I've been using every known method to analyze the data. Exposing myself to it. I'm seeing things and overcome by compulsion. It's not just data, it's protection. It's benign. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us and keeping us from being wiped out.
Altered item number 52AE analysis, session 2. I will begin by introducing various stimuli to the item. First, a low voltage electric shock.
Yeah. We listened to that one. Okay. What? Yeah, that was the rubber ducky. Yeah, this game definitely does a number on your head. That is why you don't let people touch your reality. Very true. Nothing good can come of it. A possible AWE in which an unnamed individual experienced transcorporeal reality via telephone line. Event is notably similar to AWE Redacted, in which Redacted. Event is believed to have been caused by Redacted, and as a result, the following measures have been taken to prevent Redacted. That's right, we made a shortcut. Not high enough clearance. Wait. Weren't there soldiers up here before? They've cleared out. Yep, so I guess we'll be coming back here at a later time. Okay, what happened here? The world may never know. I mean, there's nothing to read or find out about anything here. As a test, television sets were placed in a variety of locations around the world inside rooms identically decorated. The hypothesis was that by identically altering the decor of every room and then changing the channel in every room but one, that the single differing television would spontaneously align the incoming frequency to match synchronized counterparts. The experiment seemed like a failure until it was observed that the agents responsible for arranging and monitoring these rooms were all experiencing the same emotional turmoil as one clinically depressed member of the team, himself being located in the eastern part of Redacted. Psychological examination of the agents proved the correlation. Interestingly, the phenomenon of synchronicity did occur, but not in the way we predicted. What they actually are, just nightmare fuel. You're not wrong. Mirror testing. Nope, we don't have clearance for that. Given the nature of this game, I'm not sure I want to look into any mirrors. Ritual office. Detective studies. We did check in there. Not sure if we went in the office. Don't think so. Obviously not. Thank you for the file. It was very helpful. I re-archived it with the BlackRock research in case you need to refer to them again. Yes, the video shoots are always interesting. I expect my availability for those to decrease in the future, however, as my analysis of this newly discovered BlackRock variant is reaching a critical point. I hope you'll be able to attend them still. Darling seems to be under a lot of pressure lately, and I'm sure you would appreciate any support you can provide. Regardless of the analysis you provided, I do not have any questions. Okay. That's not just cardboard boys. Rituals. Obsessive compulsive disorder, hoarding, anxiety disorders. While certain manifestations of these conditions are simply the result of mental illness, sometimes the individuals are simply performing redacted called rituals. The redacted of rituals can vary. Numerology, dream logic, forfeiture, verbal formulae, repetitive action, and casual tethering are just some of the procedures involved. Some rituals are consistent, such as pulling the light switch cord 3 times to enter the motel, but some are erratic. While some people engage in minor rituals every day, the vast majority do not understand the importance behind their actions. Avoiding disaster, amassing luck, or simply locating lost keys are all the results of daily rituals. Individuals who recognize a deeper meaning behind these compulsive actions are inherently aware of the paranatural world when located, should be considered. For employment at the Bureau, refer to file redacted for full report. That's it. Nothing more. I expected more. Just for that, screw your computer. Ow. Get your floaty ass back here. Ow. He's got a gaming chair. Son of a bitch. He dead? Nope. I have not unlocked that. New weapon. Okay. Okay.